Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. Today we're discussing the IWC GST Chronograph reference 3707-03. You can see and you can purchase this old school titanium tritium dial IWC GST Chronograph on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full sales listing for this watch with additional accessories included in the sale, high resolution images for your desktop, and naturally complete pricing details for this IWC GST reference 3707. Now, the GST line came out in 1998, and this particular reference was made from 1998 to 2003. This is old school IWC sports watch design. More than that, it's from the first half of that series, because after 2001, IWC was done with tritium dials, and this is the tritium dial, arguably the most desirable metal of the GST model line, and GST stood for gold, steel, and titanium. The titanium chronograph is the essential GST. Beautifully proportioned, beautifully detailed. It looks just as good today as it did back in the late 90s around the Y2K era. So let's talk about how it fits. It's actually 39.7 millimeters across the round of the case, not including crown or chronograph pushers. It's probably not as thick as you think. The sheer side and the flared bezel makes it look thicker than 14 millimeters, yet it is 14 millimeters. So it will fit under a suit jacket cuff or a dress jacket cuff, just not the sleeve beneath. You can see from lug to lug it's fairly compact, as this watch measures 46 millimeters lug to lug, but because the bracelet itself does have a little bit of rigidity, it can't be bent perfectly straight down. It flares at each edge. So I'm actually pushing down on the bracelet, and this is as far down as I can push the links. So if you measure the outer link edge to edge, the true distance across the wrist, rigidly defined by the bracelet, is a more substantial 50.7 millimeters, but still quite viable to the point where I would say you can easily wear this watch on a wrist down to as small as 14 centimeters in circumference, possibly 13.5 centimeters if your wrist is more oval than round. Of course, all in titanium, it is very comfortable and light on the wrist. I'll also mention that the bracelet is a superb piece and innovative in its design. The GST model line debuted the fully sizable IWC bracelet. You can see each link is removable for precise sizing, and then there's a dimple underneath that releases a lateral bar insert that you can actually remove and disassemble. You can tear down the whole bracelet with just a toothpick. It's that easy. So essentially a tool-free sizing system that allows you to size the entire bracelet. It's a handsome bracelet. It looks like a 3-link design, but it's actually a 2-link design with intermediate links and then H-pattern primary links. The tolerances are excellent, such that you can barely feel the steps between the links as it tapers down, and then the clasp is nicely made, blasted on the inside, media blasted, with a trigger release system so it's secure when closed. It can't simply pop open. You do have to press the trigger. It's nicely made. It's a worthy clasp for a substantial and innovative bracelet design. The one downside to the design, and this is the only one, is that it creates a non-standard lug junction. So if you wanted to put it on an aftermarket strap, you just have to ask around to find someone who could make a custom strap for this particular lug interface. Now the case is also media blasted. That's the thing. This is not satin finished. It's not brushed. It doesn't have a grain. It's a matte finish, case, bezel, and bracelet, which is muted and decidedly Teutonic. Back before international watch companies' design taste was truly internationalized by a subsequent regime, it had a very stolid, Germanic, sober, and I would even say utilitarian design ethic. Not that there weren't beautiful works of art in some of the dress watch lines, but the way the Aquatimers and the GSTs were designed, the way the first Pilot's watches, the big Pilot's watch of 2002 were designed, it was definitely more low-key, less designed to show off and more designed to just work. And this watch does that. Beautifully detailed. What's legible? Well, the German Swiss said light on black printing. What's more legible? Well, make it a matte base so there's no glare. And what should we do about the chronograph? Again, white on black printing. Make it simple. Make it straightforward. The same thing for the day and the date. Big white baton-style hands like an Omega Speedmaster Moonwatch, because that's a simple and effective approach, with a large counterweighted Lancet-style seconds hand. Oh, and of course, because in the 90s tritium was the thing, it has a tritium dial. You can see it's signed T at 6 o'clock, and it's faded to a gloriously even tritium patina. Not the fake kind you see on a lot of modern tribute-style watches, the real kind, the kind that's hard-earned, with careful upkeep and years. You'll also note you get a lot with this dial. You have a tachymeter scale outboard, even though it's not necessarily identified as a tachymeter. That is what the Ray Haught chapter ring is. You get that vintage international watch co signature at 12 o'clock. You get the day and the date complication that you'll use full time. Whether you're going to use the chronograph or not, that's largely irrelevant. How often do you have to date a letter, memo, correspondence, and email? Almost every day. So you have the everyday complication with the king of complications in the chronograph. Crisp operation. This one is in excellent shape with the IWC caliber 7922 based on a value 7750. Now, it has a couple of virtues that you will not find in contemporary IWC adaptations of the 7750. Back in the 90s, IWC still received teardown kits or knockdown kits, essentially partial 7750s, 2892s, and 2824s, known as a Bausch. And a Bausch is a raw kit. The finishing, the powertrain, the mainspring and barrel, the regulator and the balance, all of this would be specified and customized by IWC after the fact. So ETA calibers in IWCs of this era were much more bespoke by virtue of the fact that ETA back then would still ship a knockdown kit or a partially completed movement. Today they only ship completed movements. So this is a throwback mechanically as well as aesthetically. There's a double quick set for the day and the date, hacking seconds, so pull the crown, stop the balance, synchronize your watch. It is a traditional IWC fish style crown and screw down at that enables the 120 meter water resistance of this watch. It has a 44-hour power reserve when fully wound. It's a tough, no-nonsense throwback that's also a remarkable survivor, as these watches, like I said, utilitarian in character, were designed to be used and used hard, and many people did exactly that. They were also produced in smaller numbers because IWC didn't make 75,000 watches a year back then. One of the most elemental and desirable of the GST models in the most desirable metal, in extraordinary survivor condition with the tritium dial. This is a throwback that you can enjoy every day. See it and own it on our website.